Chosen one, a man who spent 14 years and more climbing the coast.
Hello everybody, welcome to live watch of Chelsea versus Salzburg and Napoli versus Rangers in the Champions League. Hopefully Napoli and Chelsea can both win.
Against the Austrian champions, Salzburg, seasoned and serial winners domestically, and now
So hopefully, fingers crossed and all being well.
Graham Potter's first Chelsea lineup contains 3 changes to the 11 that began last week's defeat in Zagreb. To the bench go Koulibaly, Fofana and Chilwell. In come Jorginho, Thiago Silva.
Here is your lineup for Chelsea against Salzburg, and here is your lineup for Salzburg to play Chelsea as well. Here is your lineup for Napoli to play Rangers, and here is your Rangers lineup to play Napoli as well. And try for Dewsbury Rams. 4-4.
And is partnered by former Brighton fullback Bernardo, who's asked to play out of position tonight. It's a young side with an average age of 23. Number 7, Nicholas.
No, I'm just gonna wait to see what it does when it pops up on my phone.
Names in the starting 11 initially, but has been injured in the warm-up. So the highly rated Benjamin Šeško.
Well, come on, Jose.
The players ready to emerge from the Stamford Bridge tunnel. What is such a big night for the club, particularly, of course, for Graham.
Hey, Patrick Vieira's there, and Gareth Southgate. Gareth Southgate's there with Patrick Vieira.
Tonight, Glenn Hoddle is alongside him. Naturally, Glenn, the majority of the focus tonight will be.
I have no idea, but I think he might have been invited.
The Chelsea pensioners there, laying a wreath.
Because I think he's going with Gareth Southgate.
Of course, the sad passing of the Queen last week. We will have a minute's silence before kick-off. But in terms of Graham Potter, Glenn, you've been where he will stand tonight. You have managed this great club. You know all about.
I like what Chelsea have done. Is they've had both Chelsea pensioners walked out, and then basically did a minute's applause with the pensioners stood behind the reefs.
Probably worked in his favour that he had a free weekend to work with the players, but it's all about the stepping stones, getting used to the players used to him.
Go on, lads!
It's a bit of time, but they've got to get results because Chelsea are not in great form from the start of the season till now. It's been different, the results.
Give us 3 points, please. At least give us a little bit of happiness on what's been a somber few days.
The players at Stamford Bridge. And Salzburg supporters walked in silence from Earl's Court as a sign.
And that's a sign of good respect from Salzburg, walking from Earl's Court to the bridge all in silence in remembrance. And they're also going to cover up their shirts in remembrance as well.
His Champions League debut, only the 8th Englishman to coach in
I do agree with that. But what most people have said, it's due to the fact that UEFA is not a British is not British. They are for Europe, so it's mostly just going to affect us. It doesn't affect everywhere else. That's why they say it's still go ahead. But I think it's a bit odd.
The referee is from Slovakia, Ivan Krosliak. Luis Godinho will be in charge.
But do you know what's weirdly enough? They managed to call off the Arsenal game tomorrow and managed to find a rescheduled fixture for it. But why can't they do it for the rest of us?
Young and fairly inexperienced Salzburg sides will be relishing the opportunity to play at Stamford Bridge. An average age of 23. The Salzburg side at the first 11 picked by Graham Potter.
It's weird to say, Graham Potter, Chelsea manager. That is weird to say.
Andreas Ulmer by far their oldest player at 36. Cesar Azpilicueta, who signed that new 2-year contract in the summer. And there's the armbands for Chelsea.
Oh, come on.
Matthias Geisler, a young man in charge of a young side. Every right to be pleased with his short time in charge of the Austrian Champions League and Cup double.
Yeah.
His first season, perhaps even more notably, the club's first passage from the Champions League.
The game's not started yet.
Achieved as well. Well, Stamford Bridge will now fall silent as we pause to remember Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, who so sadly passed away last week.
Come on, Chelsea.
And in the Queen's own words, grief is the price we pay for love. Our thoughts at this time with the royal family. Well, Mark Cucurella no doubt will have been grilled by his Chelsea teammates about Graham Potter. He certainly thrived under the new coach at Brighton. Maritz Kjærgaard, one of the youngest players in this Salzburg squad at 19, very highly rated Danish under-21 international, who says Kaka is his inspiration. So just over a week on from Chelsea's miserable night at the Maximir, Stamford Bridge is awash with expectation, with anticipation. Graham Potter hoping to hit.
Here we go, folks. We are now on the way in both games.
For the long term, but who would love, I'm sure, Glenn Hoddle to make an instant impact tonight.
Oh, no doubt about that. Yeah, he just wants the team to settle down, get the ball down and pass through this young side. They're a very young side, this Salzburg. If they can get off to an early start with an early goal, wow, it will test their character.
Cucurella with the throw. Early touch here for Aubameyang, who continues to wear that protective face mask after that break-in where he was assaulted at his home in Spain.
Oh, fuck.
Silva was rested for the trip to Zagreb last week.
Oh, come on, boys.
Aspilicueta. James providing the width, movements in front of him from Mount. Natsu Aspilicueta has picked out. Havertz waits in the box.
Go on.
Mount looks to go on.
Come on. Oh, well, we just started, so no need to get nervous yet. Oh, why try Fancy Flex?
About Chelsea in the early stages. As Cucurella wins the header up against Benjamin Šeško. Aubameyang.
Go on, Aubameyang.
With Mount to his right.
Oh,
James was
Aubameyang.
getting up in support as well. There's certainly a noticeable eagerness about Chelsea in the early stages here.
Yeah, there is, Adam, and it's really interesting. We wondered whether they were going to play in a back three. I think with possession, they're going to play in a back three, no doubt about it. Looks like Sterling's playing in that sort of a wing-back role, out nice and wide, and Reece James pushes on as the wing-back on the right-hand side. So that's a slight change, without a doubt. Before the game, we thought it was going to be a back four, but no, they've gone into a three, and Sterling, it's an unusual position for him as a wing-back.
With Southgate watching on in the crowd as well. Cucurella. It is something, isn't it, Glenn, that he demands of his players. Certainly did at Brighton, Graham Potter, that tactical flexibility.
Without a doubt, I was very impressed at what he did at Brighton. Can he do it with these players? And there's more
Come
talent
on.
here overall.
Come on, lads. Okay.
And it goes for a goal kick. Certainly a coach with an emerging reputation, Matthias Jaisler. He was saying ahead of this he was rather disappointed that it's not Thomas Tuchel in the Chelsea dugout. His fellow German, who he knows well, considers him a friend.
Oh.
In the box as well. Havertz there too. And
Yes,
Aubameyang
oh.
with the first effort. Just couldn't
Oh,
keep
look
it
at Aubameyang.
Yeah, it's half a chance there for Havertz when it falls on his left foot, which is his favourite foot, obviously, there. Now you think it's going to get in behind it, just there you think, well, it might chip the keeper there. And Aubameyang with an audacious volley, tries to go in that top corner, but a really good start from Chelsea.
It's almost a 1-in-2 record in this competition. Aubameyang, 15 goals in 33 appearances. He's never won a European
Well,
trophy.
someone's phrase of both Coventry and Huddersfield are both still correct, because it's now Luton Town 2, Coventry 1. For you, you said they're shy, and they still are, because they're losing again.
Won it back, it's Okafor.
And you said that about Huddersfield and what as well, and what did they do yesterday? Lost.
Okafor
And their manager got sacked. Oh, Napoli, they scored!
Decent crossing, wasn't it? They dealt with it.
Napoli hit the
in that back post.
flipping post!
First header.
Oh.
They had to deal with Cucurella in the end, dealt with it, but
There's Norwich 1, Bristol City 0. And it is Juventus 1, Benfica 0.
Salzburg's goal on matchday 1 against Milan.
And it is Arkadiusz Milik.
Back to Kepa by James.
And in National League South is Hungerford Town 0, Waterlooville 0.
Played themselves into trouble here, and the referee is given.
Thank you, ref, for giving us a foul. Thank you. Jorginho put us in trouble yet again. Jorginho shite.
I'd like to see that again. I think it was a poor ball from Kepa. He pings it in there off the deck, it pops up, Jorginho, and he looks for the foul. He's hoping the foul is given. Ball's popped up there. Was there contact?
No.
Certainly tried to turn it into a foul, and I think the referee brought it.
It was a lovely idea, that a good flick by Aubameyang. Quite come off though.
Come on, Chelsea.
Cucurella. Sterling. He's gone for the return.
Good, Sterling! Sterling! Oh!
Good control by
Ah.
shot.
Offside.
But the flag was
How's that offside when it actually hits a Salzburg player?
very well done by Ryan.
Referee, Lightford.
Yeah, it's a lovely little joining play. Look, he's come off his perch from the wing-back position, driving on in. That's where you want to see him, really. Now, just trying to get some angle to get his shot in, but offside.
That's
there.
it, not off. Then I'm going to ring Dale himself.
Some half chances at the moment for Chelsea.
Ring himself. No one's going to be on.
Sterling, the only Chelsea player to start every game this season. Top scorer, most goal involvements as well for the club so far in the early days of this new campaign. There's Kepa. They look to play their way out again, away from the press here, Chelsea. Cucurella. Mount. Kjærgaard. Kovacic. Here's Sterling again.
Get on the
Having a run at Dedic. Sterling stood up a decent cross. Now finds James. Thiago Silva.
Come on.
Kovacic. Cucurella.
You can't call him Brighton anymore because he's Chelsea manager now.
Quetta. Patient approach play by Chelsea. With Havertz on the edge of the box. This is James.
He's doing well with Brighton. Brighton are 4th in the league above us.
Aubameyang waiting on the edge of the 6-yard box.
He has, but they've not been in
Sterling, but Cucurella didn't quite pick him out.
You never know, it could work. We just have to be patient.
Nicely done to Havertz.
Oh,
It's Bernardo who got that clear for Salzburg, who now will look to counter. Kepa has come a long way here, and it was a good decision.
It was a good decision, Adam, because you just felt there Thiago was 1v1, and I don't think he had the pace to actually cover.
it is now, folks. Norwich City 2, Bristol City 0.
He's making some good runs though, the new number 9.
He is, and I think he knows the ball's going to come forward in this team. Now it's time and space on the ball. Looks for
Yeah, 'cause I'm just checking for if anything changes. No, score-wise. So if anyone scores, I can let people know straight away.
Potter has finally got that 20-goal mythical striker that he spent his career wanting. Became almost a joke, didn't it, at Brighton? He was asked about it so much.
Okay. Someone have a shot.
20 goals or more in 2 of his 3 Premier League seasons for Aubameyang, who's on the ball here. Jorginho. Kovacic.
He might do well with. It's just. You never know. You have to give him a chance. Well, we have to give him a chance.
Aspilicueta. Cross over towards Sterling. And he's found Cucurella.
Oh!
Good block by Bernardo. He's doing the right place.
Well done, ref.
The right time on a few occasions already in the first 10 minutes.
He's got his team playing.
It just shows you the asset of Cucurella playing as a left-sided centre-back, but he has got that option as a full-back. He knows the area that he's playing.
That just might be something he might have done on the training ground that's got him playing. Or something he must have said.
But it's the advantage of Cucurella. He can join in and get on an overlap.
Brighton's players player and supporters player of the year under Graham Potter last season really brought on his game. And will it be Cucurella or will it be Mount to take this? Sterling and Aubameyang waiting.
Go on,
Cucurella
header.
takes it.
Oh!
On target, and it needed blocking by Šeško.
Oh.
Forwards. Forward it went from Ulmer, but Salzburg not keeping the ball.
Come on.
They haven't got a target to hit at the moment. They're so deep when they're defending. They've come out a little bit now, but they're just trying to stay in this game. First 20 minutes is vital. They don't give anything away.
Potter will be hoping for as good a start as he got live at Brighton. That was a 3-0 victory over Watford. That early scare with that mistake at the back that they just about got away with Chelsea, but other than that, they've been largely dominant.
Oh, you fish.
Seibold. Ulmer, the captain. Chested down by Okafor to Kjærgaard. Šeško waiting in the box. Dealt with by Thiago Silva.
Oh, why do that, Aspie? Oh, stop.
Watch Salzburg against Milan on matchday 1. Perhaps not too much of a surprise. They seem content for Chelsea to have much of the ball.
No, we're actually winning 16-12.
Home on matchday 1, but they look a threat here as Okafor look for Šeško. They'll have to pick their moments, won't they, the Austrian side?
Yeah, they've got to get it set up right. They're going behind.
No, because I thought it was something if Chelsea scored or Napoli have scored. Because that would pop up on my phone.
That's the balance between defending
And that would come up even before the goal has appeared on the TV.
support the play.
Ah.
Quickly on his way.
It's the header here. I think it's Havertz there. It's on target. It's a good block in the end, but
Absolute fish.
that looks dangerous.
Really interested to see how Graham Potter uses Havertz. There is no doubt that he's a fantastic talent, but he's a bit of a jack of all trades type player. They call them an Alice Kerner in Germany. Finding a position in Graham Potter's team. A challenge for Kai Havertz, who makes his 100th Chelsea appearance today. 24 goals and 11 assists in that time. 3 trophies, and of course scored the winner in a Champions League final and a Club World Cup final. What do you like him best, Glenn?
I've seen him play down the middle in Germany, and he scored a lot of goals there, and I thought that was his position. But now, since he's come to England, I see him off one of the sides. He has got that flexibility to play anywhere across the top, but I don't see him as someone who's going to get you 20+ goals a season.
Go on, cover. Go on.
Strength from the Croatian. Good to see him fully fit again after what was a bit of a false start to the season. And he's won the Champions League 4 times in the last 7 seasons. Lovely ball by Thiago Silva. Superbly brought down by James.
Oh.
Similar possession stats to what we saw with Salzburg on matchday 1 against Milan when they drew 1-1. Certainly seasoned and serial winners domestically. It's a really big deal for them to make it out of the group stage last season. Here's Mounts with James on the outside. Havertz and Aubameyang wait in the middle.
Oh, you absolute donkey.
Mason Mount is picking up so much space in that sort of inside right position. Salzburg can't pin him down. They're trying to mark the 2 midfield players, Kovacic and Jorginho, but it's Mount that's free.
Yes! Oh!
Well, but just got away from the England international. He was at the PGA Championship this week at Wentworth following Rory McIlroy's round. How will he feel about the first quarter of an hour, do you think, Glenn?
I think he'd be relatively pleased. It's just about getting that full chance.
Get us a goal, you idiot.
It's about being patient and just a little bit of a subtle bit of movement in the last third, I think, needed. Little blindside runs that Mount normally plays when he's playing higher up the pitch. He's playing a little bit in behind Aubameyang and sort of in touch with the 2 deeper midfield players, so we have to watch that.
Oh, you absolute fish.
Sheshko, shoulder to shoulder there with Kukurea, is certainly a handful. Sheshko, 1m95 tall, 6'4".
Napoli conceded.
Haaland really.
Napoli nearly went 1-0 down.
Him and Haaland are very similar, especially in terms of speed. And he said most of the
Half time, Sheffield Eagles ahead 16-12.
That's a big call, that is.
Squeaky bomb time, second half.
There's Christoph Freund, who, according to press reports both in this country and indeed in Austria, has been in advanced talks with Chelsea about taking up a sporting director role
Wow.
at the club, a role that he fulfills with great success.
They come on, you Blues. Let's get Red Bull to drink their own energy first at the end of this game, when their team cannot even get through an FA Cup. FA Cup.
Something to keep an eye on. Aubameyang looking for Havertz.
That Grantham Town one.
There's a lovely move from Chelsea, all set up from Thiago Silva in the 6-yard box.
No!
The ball out to Kukurea, and it's a pity actually that Havertz
I'm
couldn't
good
get
for
position because he was in a long run.
Oh, and they're the ones that got more likelihood to actually win.
Not looking at the ball. And Chelsea back in
Oh.
position.
And the other scored it. And the other game, and I'm always going to say this because it's funny. Rugby Town 1, Grantham Town 0. They're out of the FA Cup. Get in.
It's a game against Luton in the FA Cup in March.
But Ponte can get through theirs, and you say they're shit.
The knee problem. Havertz with a good ball here to find Reece James.
And that is true. He actually said they're shit, and on the same night, they went through and Grantham went out.
Comes to closing
So does that
down.
say something? Yes! Shoot! Yes! Shoot! Oh, you fucking twat!
Pretty well in the end there. Salzburg, he just couldn't
I know.
Has a lovely turn of pace. Little pretend little shimmy. James just stands up a beautiful little ball there.
Oh.
A bit too high for Aubameyang. In the end, it's a good defending, but there's the little stand-up ball. A lovely, delicate ball there. Just goes above.
Oh, and it's gone this season. Grantham Town have got the biggest away game of the season this Saturday against North Shields. And who cares? Because Ponte are better than you ought. Because who's through further in the FA Cup?
Reece James again. Seivelt. For Capaldo. He was up against Raheem Sterling. And Salzburg get the free kick.
There's a little push and shove there, and I think Sterling gives him one. I guess it's 50-50 for me. They're both probably Sterling that's the offender.
Kjærgaard.
Annoying twat. Oh, that's amazing.
Aspilicueta, the player down here.
Hope he's not gone down badly.
Yeah, he just gets a whack there.
Oh, he got a whack in the face.
Just get a whack across his face there, just with the left hand.
I just put, who's gone further in the FA Cup? Oh yeah, Ponte, and he just put, what the F are you talking about? We haven't got 100% of the league run.
There's reportedly a lot of interest in him from European clubs over the summer. In 2003.
Yeah, that's why Grantham got relegated.
That makes you feel like, doesn't it? Ouch.
It's just interesting watching Sterling playing in this role. I wonder how happy he is, really. He's stuck out here on the left-hand side. He's away from all the play. It's an unusual position to play as a wing-back against a team that's going to have more possession against you. I'm not sure that's going to work out for him, but maybe because you're going to have the
Yet again,
dominant
scores on the
possession,
doors.
it's gonna work out okay tonight. But
Nothing else happened except for stupid Hungerford Town scored.
he's a long-term wing-back.
As we said earlier, he does like Graham Potter, his players to be positionally versatile. I mean, Trossard, an example, who went to Brighton as a winger, plays as a striker, a number 10, a left wing back. And the applause here in the 21st minute is for, well, to show appreciation from the Chelsea fans to their outgoing coach, Thomas Tuchel, the 21st minute, because it was 2021, and he delivers the Champions League. Chelsea on the attack with Sterling, Aubameyang waiting, James arriving on the edge of the box. Sterling made the room, that's a lovely
Go on,
ball here.
cover!
It's Kovacic.
Go on.
They're looking dangerous.
Shoot!
Jorginho with a good ball. Thought James would hit that. Trying to turn away from Ulmer. Maybe weren't quite
He goes,
ruthless enough.
no, but our focus is on the league this season, East Division.
Positions. And you see it again here, it's a lovely little clip ball there.
I
It's
put,
just waiting to be hit by James, who can hit them. He's a good finisher from that area. I'm surprised he didn't unleash one, but there's been about 3 or 4 occasions where Chelsea turned down the shot.
and it looks like, if you're a PSG fan, I apologise, because I was the one that bigged up you were going to win 6 or 7-0.
Tonight's Champions League games, including this one at Stamford Bridge in Champions League tonight. That's at 10:30.
Yeah, because usually teams do when they go to Israel, because their teams are shite.
To Moldova tomorrow in the Europa League. An early kick-off that one. Coverage begins at 5:15 on BT Sports.
The only difference is, it's without Rashford. Guys, it's Maccabi Haifa 1, PSG 0. And Rotherham, oh, and shitty ass Rotherham are beating Blackpool. What more do you want? Ah. If you want to get to good way, why don't you be with Sheffield United? Top of the league. Oh, just about winning. Lucky enough.
Good block there, and it needed to be as well from Pavlovic.
Yeah, fabulous defending from Pavlovic.
No, but that one was just there when.
Touch the set, looking to hit Aubameyang straight away.
Tremendous defending. Nah, I'm just happy that they won, but that's just as someone who follows them.
Pavlovic, Solé out injured, Verba, who's very experienced, out injured as well at the moment. Says his idol, Pavlovic, is Nemanja Vidic. Well, Vidic would have been pleased with that challenge. James.
Chesterfield and Chelsea are actually the teams that actually support Napoli. I've followed since 2011. And that was my own decision when I was at school. And then all the not support, follow. I don't support, I follow, and that is due to family. I follow them due to family, and that is it. That's why I say follow, so I always check to see if they're doing well, and I'm happy if they win and sad if they lose. But I'm just not an actual supporter.
A lot of people tonight, Glenn, will be looking at Chelsea defensively and indeed in the coming weeks in the Premier League.
No, because I just get a bit upset if they lose on something, because I know it's not good, because I know how and stuff like that. But Sheffield United have got a little bit more of the feeling for, because I have been to games and stuff when I was younger, when I was living up further up north. So I have a little bit of a closeness to that. But that was due to my uncle who used to take. Yeah, but I follow. That's different to support.
Week after that, he's not really going to have players around him to have a real look.
Nah. No, but like I say, I'm happy if they win and sad if they lose, and that's all. What are you talking about, right? I say no, Grantham Town will get back to the Premier Division.
Exactly what they're trying to do. In his first game to play, Raheem Sterling in that position that he is, with some degree of defensive responsibility, one would imagine.
Yeah, as I said, I think against a team that's going to have more possession, I'm not sure that he'll want to play wing-back Sterling, to be honest. He want him near the opponent's goal.
Check. Scores on the doors, folks.
Long throw in for Chelsea to defend, which they do with ease.
Nothing has changed since.
Saivat. Pavlovic.
Come on, Chelsea.
He was let go by Graham Potter during his time at Brighton. Sheshko.
Oh, you. Well done.
Dispossessed by
Lucky.
An urgency about Chelsea here, but Havertz couldn't find Sterling.
Oh, this guy's deluded. This guy's deluded. Yeah, we are. Our team is not F, right? We are the pride of blooming Lincolnshire. The team that's mainly the pride of Lincolnshire is mainly Lincoln, because they're actually the bigger team in the county. And
having had those conversations with the players, taking their views on board, Sheshko moves to the edge of the box. How difficult a balance is it as a coach, Glenn,
for God's
taking on
sake.
players' opinions, but also being very much your own man, making it clear that you're in charge?
Well, I think they know, and he knows in the end he's the one who's going to pick that team. It's a quite shrewd move to get some feedback from players, but players are selfish. They'll choose the system that suits them. I don't think that's changed over the years. But no, I think with Thiago Silva, I think it's a back three. If he's going to play, I think it's always going to be in a back three. He's gets so much possession and starts things off.
This guy's definitely. How can you say Lincoln are rubbish when they're in the football league? Guy doesn't know football.
He's the only Chelsea outfield player, Thiago Silva, to play every minute in the Premier League this season. Turns 38 to Chelsea.
Come on, Chelsea. Yes! Oh.
Get on the end of that. Fizzed across, wasn't it, by James, and Aubameyang acknowledges the intent.
Yeah, it's a decent ball, but a great little spin. He leaves it and gets away. And I think he is trying to pick out Sterling, you know. He's picked out Sterling as the ball, but he just couldn't get there, Sterling. Either one, but I think the way he's played it in there, he understood that Sterling was free. It was a 2v1 on that back post.
Lovely spin that, wasn't it, by James?
Is there any other goals? No. James, anything new? And nothing has changed.
No doubt been pleased to see Graham Potter come through the door. Cucurella, almost half an hour gone.
Come on, Chelsea, you're better than this.
Restricted Chelsea, I think it's probably fair to say, in front of goal.
He's definitely doing this in. They'll get relegated.
Part of their preparation. Always hard as the opposition coach when you come up against a manager taking charge of a team for the first time.
Yeah, Matt and I were down there earlier, and we saw the coach trying to work it out on the team sheet. He was trying to work out the shape that Chelsea were going to play.
Come on, Chelsea.
Touch from Cucurella. Dedic loses out to Kovacic, who's looked full of energy and endeavour so far.
Oh, Kovacic.
Well played by Mount. James. Good strength.
No, they can't be 2-0 up. No, they can't be 2-0 up.
Mason Mount.
Yeah, but at least it's not to Chelsea.
Sterling.
Yeah, at least it can make the team with the best players at least know that they're bang average the same as everyone else.
By Bernardo for Salzburg. Who played that against.
Oh no.
Jorginho.
When you said that we're bang average, I went, oh no, we need to play better than being bang average. We need to be perfect.
Side out. Sheshko.
Stop!
Cucurella.
Oh, stupid phone, stop giving me a heart attack.
Yeah, nice take, wasn't it, from Cheshko?
Every time he keeps making that noise, I keep thinking we've conceded or Napoli have conceded.
Good play from the young man.
Yeah. No, because I click on that, because Napoli might have scored or and stuff like that.
There's been some more vulnerability about Chelsea defensively this season than we've seen.
But I don't do it if Chelsea are playing, because I tend to do Chelsea.
Pieces in the Premier League so far, only Bournemouth have conceded more.
Yeah.
It's a high line here. Sent in by Saivalt.
But you got to also think this. I wouldn't have been doing both of these games on the same day originally, because Napoli game was supposed to be yesterday. It got switched to today.
It was a very high line that played in there.
Yeah, it got switched. So I would have done 2 separate streams for this anyway.
Well helped from Chelsea.
So that's why I thought the right thing to do, as I had both of them to do this week anyway, I'll put both of them in at one I just thought it makes it easier, and at least I've done both. Birmingham are actually beating West Brom. Wow. Didn't think I'll be saying that. Steve Bruce is definitely in the bin.
Clear what the issue is. Perhaps a communication issue.
And they're having issues with the referee. We're having referee issues now with communications. Do you know what they're trying to do? They're actually, the earpiece that he's speaking, or the mic he's speaking into, they're trying to change that.
Top of the table, Austria the champions, as Graham Potter uses this.
Graham Potter.
Get some messages across primarily to Jorginho.
And it's half time. Coventry 1, Luton 2. Except except West Brom and Reading Sunderland.
Will lead to this break in play.
Please be Mbappe. Because I've got him in my fantasy team.
What would he be getting across to his players when in this situation?
Its goal is by the GOAT, Lionel Messi. The GOAT.
That's the office. They're at the office. They're working at the office. Once the players get out, that's work.
Yeah, they're trying to sort. The reason why, if you guys want to know, the reason why nothing's happening in the Chelsea game is communication issues is being a huge problem right now.
Assistants as well, talking to the players. There's obviously a couple of little things tactically they want to put.
I think they're having issues. I have no idea what's going on.
Let's hope this issue is sorted out now. To say Graham Potter's.
I'm hoping that they get this sorted out.
Started out in the 9th tier of English football with Leeds Carnegie.
I didn't even know that there's a Leeds Carnegie in rugby and there's a Leeds Carnegie in football.
4th tier. Now he's calling across the captains here, Azpilicueta and Andreas Ulmer.
Wow, they're now having a talk with the captain of Chelsea.
Trying to get some information from the touchline as to
we can't get.
Here, but he certainly called across the two captains there to have a word with Ulmer.
Please don't say that. Do not say that. No. No, don't. Come on, Napoli, please. Please. Don't. No, he's on here. It says yellow card.
Get back underway. 3.5 minute delay to add on at the end of the
My
half.
app. Damn.
He won't have helped the players rhythm, will it?
Oh, come on, Chelsea.
Gave Graham Potter a little bit
And
of
come on,
chance to
Napoli.
get a few points across to him. I think one of the points, if he take a shot, I think today they've got themselves in some decent positions and not chosen to take that shot.
Oh no, not Sunderland.
Flicked on by Havertz. Bernardo was there. Volleyed forward by Jorginho. Just too much on it for
Oh,
that was unlucky. It was a really ambitious volley pass.
Ah, funny.
Just run out there, didn't it? I think Sterling was in.
Mount. James under pressure from Kjaergaard.
Come on, Chelsea.
Recently signed that new deal. Reece James till 2028. Already had a contract till 2025. Keen on these very long contracts. The new ownership.
Yeah, I nobody knew that. Ah, that's great.
Long it goes from
Oh.
it was who got above Aubameyang. Nicely done by Saivat. Sheshko was offside.
Oh, come on, Charles. It's again fucking annoying. Ah.
Taken quickly by Chelsea. Havertz.
Come on, Charles. You can do better than this.
It's picked out Mason Mount. It's in a good position.
Oh, God. I hate Sunderland.
Over towards
Yes! Sunderland!
Felt like he was on target there. A good block in the
Raheem,
box.
Raheem.
Sterling to
Oh, it was going in as well. Shoot! Oh!
sat up nicely, that didn't it?
Oh, Mason! Oh, so close.
Really good play from Chelsea, you've got to say. Lovely little overlap again. Kukurea pulls it back
And
to
literally,
Simon.
when you see this, it's literally inch perfect on the money for him.
I think it's Kjærgaard that gets there and puts him off a little bit, but really should have hit the target.
Should have hit the target. It was
To
literally
the back post there.
any strike. That would be a striker's dream in that position, because you're literally right bang in front of it. You'd think, goal. No, I put it wide. Just.
Mason Mount still awaiting his
And if you guys want any other news, Chelsea look like we are getting a feeder club for the future.
entry.
We look like we're getting a feeder club like Man City have.
Mount back defending now. Sheshko on the turn. Good save by Kepa, who had to scramble to his right-hand side there. Great effort.
And the feeder club looks like it's going to be a club in Portugal.
Body up and in the end, wow, that was going in, creeping in the bottom corner. It's a
But we
really
don't
good
know
save.
what
Moved
club
his
it
feet
is.
So well that 2 or 3 places. It's touch and go whether that's going in the bottom corner, but it's too tight. Kepa, good save.
With the amount of money he's got, he could get a team of Sporting, Benfica or Porto, please. I'll take that. Get players from them. They got actually some decent players. All 3 of them clubs.
At the bridge on a big night at the bridge. Taken short with plenty in the box.
Get out.
By Thiago Silva.
Yep. And I give huge respect to Salzburg fans, because for the entire game they're covering up their shirts.
Now with Salzburg.
Which shows
That's Philip Kerr.
that even if you're not British or anything, they're still respectful of who they're playing and what's happened, and they deserve a big, massive round of applause and a pat on the back for it. I still can't believe it's still Dortmund 0, Man City 0.
Capaldo. Saivat.
And let's see who's that. And Haaland is playing up front and still hasn't scored.
Champions, but they give it away. Mount.
And he's in the front 3 with Grealish and Mahrez.
He did his best to stay on his feet. He couldn't really done much more, could he?
Nice skill in the end, it is determination here.
And it is now West Brom 1, Birmingham City 1.
Flicks it inside and ends up getting the foul eventually.
Why would I want to do that?
Jorginho.
Good player, and we were linked with him in the summer.
Kukurea.
And then they went and robbed us.
Thiago Silva. Who's in the latest Brazil squad, will be hoping to go.
Aubameyang's not that bad of a player.
This winter.
He's got to get...
Mounts. Havertz has made a good run here,
But at least the main thing is we have a striker, because we didn't really have a full-out striker.
Mount. 2 minutes of normal time at the end of the half, but there will be a fair few added on after that stoppage because of appeared to be an equipment.
And Sterling's not. Does Graham Potter not know that Sterling's not a left wing back? It's only his first game. You never know, it could be better in the next few games.
Thiago Silva.
I think he's doing it the way that he did it at Brighton.
Sterling, a chance again to have a run at Dedic. And Sterling puts the ball into a great area, but there was just nobody there for Chelsea.
Yeah, he never played in that role for Man City.
And they find some killer instinct at the end of the half here. Chelsea Mount.
Oh.
Nothing wrong with the ball in from him.
Delicious ball in. Perfect ball, actually. There was no movement.
Get in! Another try for Sheffield Eagles. That was 3 games, same a match. Goodbye, Dewsbury Rams.
Keep feeding him, and he attacks the fullback. Here, he's got him again. 1v1.
Sterling goes inside this time.
I know, is that not a foul, ref? How is that not a foul, ref? Referee, you absolute blind as a bat.
Just a reminder that the Europa Conference League begins tomorrow.
Oh, don't remind me. I've got Hearts are playing FRS off Latvia away tomorrow.
Got a big box office fight to look forward to as well.
Oh, good luck, because we're gonna need it.
On the 24th of September. Jorginho. They move through the gears here, Chelsea. Maybe hasn't been enough of that in the first half. Sterling.
Go on, shoot! Oh my God, what was that? That is pathetic.
Jorginho. Decided not to use James, who made a run to the edge of the box. Aspilicueta. Jorginho.
Stop going from... Oh my God, stop going from side to side.
Jorginho.
See him driving on the inside there. Just clips his ankle a little bit there, but this is great play. This is what you want him doing, attacking the fullback. Beautifully stood up ball. Havertz and Bamian in the same area, going for the same area. They need to talk to each other. It's one of those nights where Chelsea are looking for a perfect goal.
Havertz couldn't get away from Saibalt. Just lacked that killer instinct, that cutting edge, that end product Chelsea so far tonight. Aspilicueta. Bamian is peeled wide this time. Havertz has taken up position in the box. Kovacic with a header. Appeals for handball.
Handball, ref? Oh, referee, you are missed an absolute murder.
Kovacic, it was to arrive late in the box.
It's good to see Kovacic arrive in the box, actually.
Yep, he's hit someone's arm.
And he hits his arm, but no. His arm was right down by his side. But good to see him breaking into the box. I think they give him a bit more freedom. After that little chat, Warren had the technical issues. I think that's one of the things he said. Jorginho sit and Kovacic get himself forward.
It's his 5th season now at Chelsea for Kovacic, he was a Sarri signing.
Half time, folks. Chelsea 0, Salzburg 0, and Rangers 0, Napoli 0.
In the first period, Sterling had an opportunity.
Nothing has happened at all.
Aubameyang
It's been
just a
absolutely
really good stop
boring.
to right to deny Benjamin Šeško. Get the half-time thoughts of Peter Crouch and Joe Cole with Seema shortly, but at half-time at Stamford Bridge.
Hello, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream if you are new.
This program is brought to you by FedEx, Uefa Champions League official sponsor.
Absolutely dire first half that I wish I'd never have to see again. So guys, keep your questions coming, like, sub and subscribe if you are new. Absolutely diabolical that first half was. Yeah, not been a good first half, but hey, oh, what can we do? I will pop off and I will talk to you guys about a few minutes. Won't be long. Won't be long. I'm back, folks. We're having a free one up. Get in.
Their team score a goal and pick up the points here. They haven't picked up any points in the Champions League so far, but will they deliver for their new manager tonight? Well, let's find out and let's see how the second half unfolds.
God, Chels.
And Adam Sultan.
Thank you, Seema. A bit of housekeeping then to begin with. Just to let you know about that change made by Salzburg at the start of the second half. It's one 19-year-old for another. Kjærgaard has gone off. And it's Luca Duat who's come on to replace him. 19-year-old, as I say, French under-19 international. He's the most expensive signing in the history of Austrian football at just under £12 million. So it'll be interesting to see how he does from a Chelsea perspective, Glenn. I suppose while Graham Potter's opening night doesn't yet have a goal, they've lacked that bit of killer instinct. There have been signs of positives. It's about building on them.
Yeah, I think we've had plenty of
Second half is on the way, folks. Let's go.
Chance in that last third. Pattern of play's been alright, but it's cutting edge.
Just worth reminding you that AC Milan beat Dinamo Zagreb at San Siro in the other game in this group. That was one of the early kickoffs.
It is Queensborough Rangers 1, Millwall 0.
The mark in the Champions League tonight. Start that would be to Graham Potter's time in charge at the club. As Kepa gets it clear. First involvement for Duat. Powerful central midfielder, Seivelt. Captain Ulmer a long way forward to take this.
Yeah.
Again, be Salzburg's ball. Hopefully ball into the box. Salzburg's only defeat so far this season, a 2-1 loss at Sturm Graz in the league back on the 30th of July.
My dad's actually happy with how we're actually playing because at least he's trying something different and seeing if it works. And it's slightly like it seems like it is working, it's just a lot of people are just not getting on the ends of stuff. Bo 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 bo.
James sets Mount on his way.
Go on. Yes. Go on. Raheem. Game. Get Raheem. Way out there. Way out the wing back. Please still get the goals. Get in Raheem.
Beautifully taken by Raheem Sterling.
Get in. 1-0. Get in Raheem. We've got to have faith in Graham Potter.
Now just have a little look over. Get a little bit good fortune there. Poor defender, just one roll out of his head, sets it lovely, Sterling, and just bends it in that bottom corner. He has a look. Poor defending, could have done better there, Salzburg, but that's beautifully made. That's the sort of goal that you identify with Raheem Sterling. In those positions, he's come off the wide perch, the right time, and Graham Potter delighted.
Their first attack of the second half, and there's that cutting edge that was missing in the first half. No surprise, it's Raheem Sterling who's provided it. 3 goals in the Premier League already this season. There's one in the Champions League. He comes tonight, by the way, Raheem Sterling, only the 5th player to play for 3 Premier League clubs in the Champions League. Has this season David Batty, Kolo Toure, Gallas and Ben Ayoun are the others. And he took that so well.
Well, it suddenly opened up. I mean, Salzburg in the first half have been really stubborn, they've defended deep, but they tried to press Chelsea. Chelsea played through them.
Go on, Chelsea.
A little shimmy, a little turn, and suddenly Mount was in behind, and that open spaces. Chelsea are going to be dangerous, and they did have the cutting edge with Sterling finishing it off beautifully.
Involved again here, Raheem Sterling. Kovacic.
Go on. Go on.
Chelsea starting to look in the mood here. James Hurst to shoot.
Ah, Reese. Unlucky. Reece James unlucky, but Raheem Sterling, what a finish, folks.
He sets it beautifully for himself there. He has the time, he's not under pressure, but he sets the ball beautifully so he can wrap his foot round it.
You back the manager even if you don't like him. If you don't and you want him to be sacked and anything like that, that means you want the team to not do well. That means you're not a proper fan.
I think you forget that he is a finisher. In whatever position, to me, he's playing a winner's role, really, because he's not having to defend tonight. But wherever he plays, he's going to score goals coming in from that left-hand side on his right foot. But I think the thing at City, what he's got to maybe do here at Chelsea, is a lot of his goals were within 12 yards, 6 yards, 8 yards of the goal. You know, at City, they built up a lot more patient and penetrated in inside the box, and I think at times that he's got to do that again for Chelsea. But that was a beautifully taken goal, wasn't it? The way he set the ball up for himself.
Good, Chelsea.
Real quality in front of goal that was by Sterling.
Good play.
Looking to return it to Havertz. It was snuffed out though by Seivalt. Good play by Kovacic.
Well done, cover.
And now it's Aubameyang.
Go on about Aubameyang. You should have done the shot yourself.
Sterling keeps it going. Kovacic. Sterling again. Mount now. Lost it. Duat towards Okafor, and now Šeško gets involved. Still Benjamin Šeško. And he couldn't resist the shot.
He showed his strength in the end there. He gets in behind. He's going away from goal. He's ambitious there for the shot from that angle. But they're not going to create so much tonight, Salzburg, and when you do have a chance to strike one, you have a go. He's hit that completely, but just feel like Chelsea now got playing with a little bit of swagger.
Cucurella. Should remember that Graham Potter hasn't had a great deal of time really to get across messages to his players, to get across what he wants from them, what he expects from them.
I've supported Chelsea since I was 3.
Naturally, there will be a level of patience required, but it would sound like the briefings coming out the club is that
Since I was 3,
to get things right, to build his own
you
teams.
supported Arsenal before you supported Chelsea. So that makes me the proper fan.
Very much seem to want to coach for the long term, don't they now, Chelsea?
Well, they do, but they've got to imagine that they go through a bad
Come on,
run.
Chelsea.
That's the key. Are they going to stick with him and stick by that philosophy if they do have a bad run?
Well, that's the difference, isn't it, between this and Brighton? He did have bad runs at Brighton, and there was never really any fear that he would lose his job, was there? Because they believed in the process there, and it was a process, and there's not the same pressures.
Messenger video.
I think it's a different animal here at Chelsea, though, isn't it? To be fair, looking at the silverware they've brought in, but different managers they've had.
James. Jorginho. He's got a couple of new tattoos, Jorginho. One of the Champions League trophy, one of the European Championship. Aubameyang.
Oh, Aubameyang, unlucky. Lucky Aubameyang.
Bernardo put in the challenge. And the ball over the top, causing problems.
Yeah, I don't know about his tattoos, Adam, but what a pass this is. And I think he's onside there. I really think it's a great run. A little touch there. In the end, they deal with it, but it's a wonderful run, and that's what you'll see. Jorginho, once he
Rangers are down to 10,
with,
folks.
Aubameyang
Rangers down to
is
10 men,
excellent.
0-0.
Jorginho's the man. When he's free and he's got his head up, we'll see a lot of that through the season.
John Terry.
Legend, John Terry.
Managerial era at Chelsea, and man, he won this competition back in 2012. 717 appearances for Chelsea.
That guy's not a living legend, that guy's an icon at this corner. Icon, and always will be an icon.
One of the European Championship trophy on the other.
It's fair enough. It's interesting the position Raheem Sterling there. Graham Potter's allowed him to do this. Look, the ball's down on this side. Look how wide he is. Right on the opposite side of the pitch, and James is trying to pick him out there. He's done it on numerous occasions.
Okafor was looking for the front of Šeško. Cucurella. Sterling. Well,
1-0 Napoli. There we go. With 10 men. Napoli are 1-0 up. Matteo Bonitano. But Napoli didn't miss a penalty. But in the rebound, Napoli are 1-0 up. And it is 1-0 Napoli against Rangers.
Chelsea would really look to build quickly on that, build up a head of steam that just dropped a little bit the intensity.
I think as long as they keep moving the ball, shifting the ball quickly in the middle third and in the back third, they'll be okay. They'll open up this team again now, because the game's just beginning to open up. Salzburg just throwing a few bodies forward from midfield, and there's spaces there.
Let's keep playing.
It just clutches Sterling's hand, isn't it?
Capaldo making his feelings clear to the referee.
Yeah, I never like to see that.
No.
And Man City are losing 1-0 to Borussia Dortmund. Jude Bellingham, folks.
At the Etihad.
Whoever thought that would happen, folks? Not me.
Be a surprise on the cards there. Chelsea a goal to the good at the bridge. And a set piece to defend here goes in towards Bernardo. And it was Azpilicueta who got a touch to that. Duat played forward here to Okafor.
VAR has called that it is Napoli 0. Rangers 0. Somehow the goal's been ruled out, which I don't know why.
The goal to tell you about Rangers, a goal down to Napoli, and Ibrox Politano with the first goal of the game there for the Serie A side. Rangers beaten comprehensively by Ajax on matchday 1. It's Napoli with that fantastic victory over Liverpool in Naples. So Liverpool bounced back last night on matchday 2. Chelsea seeking to do the same here tonight.
I think, I don't know.
It's part of a long production line of fine coaches at Salzburg.
It says here, Napoli are 1-0 up, but I don't know if to put Napoli 1-0 up, because on other things it's saying score corrections.
Sterling. Aubameyang. Not quite on the same wavelength there as Raheem Sterling. Flicked on by Šeško. Now Jorginho. Mount. James. Cross possession statistics similar to the first half. Thiago Silva. First time by Jorginho. Great idea.
Yeah, that's the type of ball that once they play together a little bit more, spend a bit of time on the training ground. He loves that ball first time round the corner, in behind defenders. Probably the distance was too far then, but he's definitely got that. Aubameyang is a winning runner. He likes to get in behind defenders.
With the instincts of a centre forward as well, Glenn, I know that Kovacic, another player who likes to play that sort of creative role at times as well, was saying that they've finally got a proper centre forward now in Aubameyang, and the rest of the players are going to relish playing with him.
I think they have, but also Aubameyang for me as well likes to drift out to that left-hand side or the right-hand side, but particularly that left-hand side, and that leaves a little gap sometimes. So he doesn't want to play central. He looks to go in behind, but he's prepared to go out wide, and then Sterling might pop up as a centre forward and Havertz. So they've got that little bit of flexibility that perhaps they haven't had, as well as having that focal point.
Another player who's able
Come on, Chelsea.
to lead the line for Chelsea. Turned 21 on Saturday, so a belated happy birthday to him. Good header by Cucurella.
A challenge.
Loses out to Mount. Jorginho. Havertz. Sterling to his left.
How is that offside? How is that offside? How is that offside? And Benfica are 2-1 up against Juventus.
He's got to just stay onside, and then he's got the fullback on toast. Just actions in it.
This has brought much of his staff with him from Brighton. Graham Potter, his assistant Billy Reid, first team coaches Bjorn Hamburg and Bruno, the goalkeeping coach Ben Roberts, and as well, interestingly, the assistant head of recruitment Carl McCauley.
Hello, Cammy, how are you doing? Mate, how are you doing?
To Brighton, but it could well be money well spent. Gorna Duat, good run here by Seibald. Can they hit that? Shesh goes in the middle. Okafor was there as well. They created a good opening there, Salzburg.
A couple of times they've got in behind, but now just gets caught out a little bit in that position, and the ball slid in behind. Thiago Silva again reading the situation on that near post.
Pavlovic, Chelsea readying a double change. Pavlovic, the big centre half, has done well here. Okafor optimistically going to ground.
Interesting.
Knowing that Havertz is going to be one of the players coming off.
So, guys, put your question in the chat, like, subscribe if you are new, and let me know in the chat what you guys are feeling. It is Dortmund 1-0 up against Man City, which I didn't even expect.
Kovacic. Aspilicueta. Thiago Silva. James. Nicely done, Havertz.
Oh, unlucky.
So well worked until the end there.
Another beautiful ball from Jorginho. Look at his first time, little clip ball on Havertz's left foot as well. You fancy him to make good contact on that.
So here come those changes we've been expecting then. Loftus-Cheek is coming on. Royer coming on. There seems to have been a change. Or has the Havertz is coming off. This is Aubameyang. 25 minutes to go here. Royer will go up top. Loftus-Cheek on as well. Plays with the opportunity to impress the new head coach here. Just a reminder, you'll be able to see all the key goals from tonight in Champions League tonight from 10:30 on BT Sport 2. The goals from this game and a look back on last night as well. That goal I told you about earlier for Politano for Napoli against Rangers has actually been disallowed in the end. It remains 0-0 at Ibrox.
Come on, Chelsea.
That's a good ball, and Breuer is in here. A chance to make it two.
Oh.
Right at the last there from Pavlovic. The flag was up anyway.
Yeah, I think he was just offside when we were sitting up here. It's a good run. He's looking to get in behind there. Just good defending, actually steps up. Doesn't finish it in the end. Couldn't quite wrap his foot round it. I think it's Pavlovic that gets back and makes the tackle, but he was the one that just stepped up, and it was good defensive play.
Bernardo to Pavlovic. Sterling's goal, scored early on in this second half, remains the difference at the bridge. Šeško flicked on. Great challenge that, needed to be as well from Thiago Silva. He timed it so well. He's made a career out of tackles like that.
He did. He had to make a perfect
Good,
tackle
good,
to commit
good.
the last
Napoli. Politano.
win.
Politano.
Gets the
Again.
goal as well.
Again.
You get whacks like that, you do feel your age, put it that way. You can't really get whacked like that, but great defender.
There's a goal for Napoli. They are now eventually 1-0 up. And I can finally say they're 1-0 with the third penalty that Napoli have been given in the second half. And they took it.
Just in that statement he put out on
And
said he was sorry he couldn't be more helpful to Thomas Tuchel. Said he was an amazing, or is an amazing human being, an online tribute to his former coach. And man down here for Chelsea. And he's just come on, Breuer, who's been hurt.
Yeah, he gets the flick on, doesn't he? Just gets there first and gets one right on the side of the head, on the temple, which is
a penalty is awarded to Napoli fan ball. Yet 1-0. Absolutely ecstatic because they need it after a 4-0, 4-1 win over Liverpool. Yeah, you'll be thinking to yourself, you need to keep on going.
This is the goal there. Lovely bit of play there from those changes. You just see Salzburg, the players, they're stretched. They went to press, and there's open spaces. Get a bit fortunate here, Chelsea, but look at this, the overload. Lovely. It's about the setup. He sets it outside his body so he can wrap his right foot around it. And it just curls back in that bottom corner.
And it's 1-0 Napoli. Politano.
By Raheem Sterling. Junior Adamu coming on here with just over 20 minutes to go. Benjamin Šeško, who'd been a late inclusion in the starting lineup after an injury to Fernando. There's the player who's gone off. And Kameri, who's just 18, has come on here for Sucic. Kameri, an Austrian international, made his Champions League debut on matchday 1. He's part of the Salzburg under-19s team that lost in the Uefa Youth final against Benfica last season. They were beaten 6-0 in the final, but they did so well to get there. And as I say, he was an important part of that side. The man who's just come on.
Go updates above this message. And it's now 2-0 Rotherham. Get in.
Oh, such a talent factory, Salzburg. A wonderful production line of young players. Their last 15 goals in this competition have come from players aged 23 or under. The longest such run in the competition's history, that.
And it's now 2-1 to PSG. Mbappe.
They've certainly gone a little bit more offensive. A lot of bodies forward. It's up to now to Chelsea to pick them off, really. Just play quickly through the lines and just get a feeling if they defend it right, there's a second goal there for Chelsea at the moment. Taking a little bit of a risk, they have to.
Major summer departures, there always are major summer departures at Salzburg, but Karim Adeyemi went to Dortmund. Aronson and Christensen reunited with Jesse Marsch at Leeds. Mo Camara went to Monaco. Those 4 deals fetched €90 million for them. They go again, they reinvent, and when players get opportunities, and there's plenty on the pitch for them here. Reece James, can Chelsea see this out and get their Champions League campaign going? Loftus-Cheek challenged from behind there by Pavlovic.
Yeah, he's had a little glance and he Loftus-Cheek, then Pavlovic comes right through him, does the job for him. A little glance, using the body, draws the foul, and didn't put on sort of as just off Breuer. Up front, he's played wing back. He's got so many positions. Loftus-Cheek, he's found himself a second striker here.
Look at Loftus-Cheek physically, he's got all the attributes to be such a top player. Salzburg on the attack here. Adamu have made the run to the right. Almost a long way forward.
Good play from Jorginho there, just sensed the danger. Suddenly there was a bit of danger and he's just dropped back in there into the back three.
Kamari with the cross, it's a good ball there, and the header was on target as well from Okafor, and his reaction tells you what a good chance that was.
That's a decent ball whipped in with pace.
It is now 4-1 Havant and Waterlooville, folks. 4-1 Havant and Waterlooville.
Napoli had gone in front at Ibrox and it was then disallowed. Well, they have now taken the lead and it does count. And it's the same man, Politano, from the spot this time after 67 minutes. That's live right now on 4. Calmly done. Well, the goalkeeper, as Breuer looks to put the pressure on, and the pressure worked.
Come on, Napoli!
Breuer with Sterling to the left. Exchanges passes with Kovacic, Loftus-Cheek. Okafor. Not like a handball by Adamu, but the referee says play on. Well done by Aspilicueta. Loftus-Cheek. Remember Thomas Tuchel saying that he was scared at times to tell Loftus-Cheek that he played well because he feared that then afterwards he'd drop a percentage in his next game. Says he's somebody who needs love and support, but also needs to be pushed. It'll be interesting to see. It's so interesting to see collectively how Graham Potter works with this Chelsea side, but with individuals within that as well. Kamari, we've seen a lot of the ball since coming on. Gona Duat, signs of promise here for Salzburg. Adamu comes away with it, and Okafor is waiting in the middle!
It's a goal for Salzburg.
Equaliser! The Austrian champions on terms at the bridge. And there had been one or two warning signs. It's Okafor with the leveller.
I think you said it, Adam, since Kamari's come on, he's just got on the ball, he's played, he's thrown bodies forward a little bit, took a bit of a risk, but it's a risk worth taking. It's poor defensive play, it really is, from Chelsea. They get stretched out here, so they're looking for a foul there on Kovacic.
And now is that not a foul anyway, because he's not got back up?
There's a great big gap opens up, lovely little 1-2. The subs have done well since they've come on. That's a tackle that Thiago Silva's got to make. That's got to go for a throw-in. And Aspilicueta just gets caught, doesn't he? Okafor just comes across the front of him. Timing of his run's perfect, gets there first.
Bad goal to concede, but I do think there was a foul in the build-up. But also,
Champions League, you just have to concentrate.
Our captain was unlucky. He nearly got there.
Chelsea, but now having to chase the game. In the last few minutes,
unlucky.
Deflection possibly made the difference there, but it was a really good break from Salzburg.
Scored on matchday.
But what can you do?
It's 4 goals in 4 games in all competitions for Noah Okafor. And the VAR check is complete and the goal stands. And Chelsea have to find a way to win this again now. Plenty of time for them. But as you said, Glenn, Canary's made a big impact.
Oi! Oi!
Edge of the box. A yellow card shown here to Pavlovic. I think it was just
Oi!
inside the area.
It certainly looked like it. The VAR will have a look, but for me, Loftus-Cheek does well there. There's the foul. There's the second leg. It's the first. He goes with his right. Pavlovic there. It's the left foot as well. Where does the referee deem where the foul was made? Look, he goes with the right there, gets a touch of the ball. It's the left foot that comes across, and that's.
It could be a penalty, I think.
I think the referee will stay with his on-field decision.
I think they might be having a talk or something.
And it's Mount who's come across here. And make sure there's no opportunity to take this quickly. Salzburg, Cucurella there to confirmation of a booking for Junior Adamu. What can they conjure up here, Chelsea?
There's a lot of space on the edge of the box there for Reece James.
Come on, Chelsea.
Cucurella does find him on the edge of the
Oh!
box. You called it, Glenn. It nearly worked out for Chelsea.
Unlucky.
He just keeps
Lucky
on
Reece.
He's tried to guide it there. There's a lot of space given to him, and Jorginho runs a few players off. Just can't keep it down, can he? It's a good set play.
Mount. Oh, great cross.
Oh, unlucky.
And it was the head of Bernardo that got it clear for Salzburg. Good reaction this though from Chelsea. James.
Ref, that is never a foul in a million one Sundays.
Actors as well here, involving Gordon Duat and Reece James.
A little bit of frustration here. He does well here, James, isn't he? Beautiful there. Tries to get as the foul, just clips him. And then he has a little bit of afters there. He's a bit naughty there, pushing him away.
Booking then for Reece James as we head towards the final 10 minutes at Stamford Bridge, all square.
Real Madrid are 1-0 up against RB Leipzig. Goal scorer Valverde.
Kovacic looking for Loftus-Cheek. Gordon Duat, who's been excellent in that central field since coming on at half-time. And he turned 19 in August, the young Frenchman.
I don't even know how much points I've got. Cammy in my Champions League fantasy team.
He's been booked for Salzburg.
I have got 42 points, and most of them have come through PSG, and the fact that Sterling has scored as well. And that Courtois got me 7, so not too bad.
Sterling. Gordon Duat was there again. Here's the goal scorer, Okafor. Adamu had made a run from right to centre.
Come on, Chelsea.
They're growing in confidence this team, Salzburg. Chelsea have really got to concentrate defending. Yes, they want to go and win the game, but they're going to have to concentrate. That back three looks a little bit fatigued to me.
More changes from Graham Potter. Conor Gallagher is one of those coming on. Kovacic has worked hard in that midfield tonight. Is replaced here by Gallagher.
And Man City have equalised, folks. Man City have equalised. John Stones.
And Chelsea find a way here. And it be first night frustration for Graham Potter. It'll be a corner for Salzburg. Manchester City have equalised at the Etihad against Borussia Dortmund, who've taken the lead through Jude Bellingham. John Stones in the final 10 minutes with the goal that's made it 1-1 there. Concentration key here for Chelsea. That has been a problem at set pieces this season. They've all conceded it in the Premier League from set pieces.
I think we always are off a little bit, and we make a lot of substitutions as well. Nowadays there's so many subs.
Well, they are taking an age over this. It's Ulmer who looks set to take it. Kepa sets Chelsea on their way. Royer with options left and right. Sterling, Royer's continued his run, and Ziyech is in the middle.
Oh!
It's well played by the goalkeeper, Kern.
And Man City, in the space of 4 minutes, have gone from 1-0 down to 2-1 up.
City now 2-1 up at the Etihad. Guess who's got that one? Against his former club, Erling Haaland has come back to haunt Borussia Dortmund. Ziyech. Good movement from Gallagher, but he was
Okay, Gallagher.
struggled to keep that in. Did really well though, Philip Kern, the goalkeeper.
It's a sweeping move as well from Chelsea. Royer plays it across that 6-yard line. Ziyech has tried to do the right thing. He's tried to just skip it over the keeper. And Kern just makes a great save for his team. He really does. Could have been the hero, Ziyech, but wasn't to be.
So Christian Pulisic will come on here for the Chelsea goalscorer Raheem Sterling. I noted the USA head coach was saying the other day that it could be a positive for Pulisic that Thomas Tuchel has moved on, so it may mean more opportunities for the USA star man.
Come on, Chelsea.
I'm expecting a Salzburg change here as well. And the goal scorer Noah Okafor, who's limping. Here's his goal.
That's poor defending there from Thiago Silva. As good as he is normally, that is poor, and Leclerc just gets caught. Okafor just makes that darting little run, times his run to perfection, and just puts his team back in the game.
He's loving life at the moment. 4 goals in 4 games. Sekou Koita is the player who has come on, the number 20. Mali international.
Right, it's a goal for Napoli. Rangers 0, Napoli 2.
Matchday 2 with Hearts and West Ham. 2 of the sides in action, and the Europa League continues to.
And it is 2-0 to Napoli, folks. And it is Raspadori.
5 minutes to go at the bridge. Graham Potter's opening night. Ziyech. Ziyech.
That's what happens when you go down to 10 men.
Dispossessed by Saival, who has put in a really hard-working performance in that midfield.
You just see him trying to just lift it above the keeper, and the keeper does well. He spreads himself, just puts his leg out, makes a save with the knee, I think it is. He's tried the right thing there, Ziyech. His first touch of the ball when he came in.
Improvised so well there, the goalkeeper, Philip Kern.
Come on, Chelsea.
James. Ziyech. Intercepted by Ulmer. Breuer trying to win it back. Gallagher gets involved. James.
Come on, Chelsea.
And Chelsea really push forward here as Cucurella plays it wide. It's towards Ziyech.
Ah.
Breuer in a good position in the box as well. It was a tight angle for Ziyech.
It was. You're just wondering if he goes back across the goal, but Breuer made it difficult for him. He eats his ground up. It's a great ball in from Pulisic.
Rangers are already a bit shaky, but now heads have dropped.
The angle was always going to.
Wow, that sounds really bad.
Kamari. Got a big box office fight coming up for you on the 24th of September. Joyce against Parker, one to put in the diary. Loftus-Cheek.
Oh.
Time running out on Chelsea, 2 to go at the bridge. With the new manager, Graham Potter, taking over, and with the weekend game against Liverpool postponed, Glenn, how he would love, like Jurgen Klopp got yesterday, a late winner to keep the game momentum going into the international break, and some feel-good factor as well.
Well, without a doubt. You know, really, realistically, for long periods of time, Chelsea have coasted the game. 1-0 up, should have really gone for the throw and got the second, because Salzburg have been a different team completely. The subs have come on with a lot of confidence.
That's bad.
Well, and they've got their goal. And even now, they're still going for the win, you know, Salzburg. They're not actually just digging in and getting deep behind the ball.
Aldo showing yellow cards.
That's dangerous. That's dangerous. When we get a yellow card for that, but I bet you if we did, it would be a red.
Of normal time. Kamari. He's done really well since coming on. And I think they've got an 18-year-old in Kamari in the midfield, a 19-year-old in Gorna Duat, an elder statesman at 21 in Seibalt. But they've done well.
They have done well. They've weathered the storm. They go 1-0 down early in the second half, and you think these young men could have folded, but they've kept going. As I say, they've used the bench really well. They look a better team, the team that's finishing actually.
Who's your goat? It's gonna be Messi. I'm a Messi person.
So a minimum of 4 minutes added time.
4 minutes right on time at the end of
Brings it forward.
the second half. 4 minutes, folks.
Is there going to be some late drama here? Ziyech. It's a busy penalty area as he looks to hit the byline.
And it's a third. Napoli 3, Rangers 0. Their heads have completely dropped. 3-0 Napoli.
Thiago Silva, one of those on the edge of the 6-yard box.
And it is Tanganga.
Didn't beat the man at the near post.
That was weird, that one, because I didn't expect him to score. Well,
Cucurella. Conor Gallagher. Pulisic. Gallagher. Will something drop for Chelsea here? Gallagher's ball over. It's just too much
Come on,
on
Chelsea.
Thiago Silva, but they'll look to try and keep it going here with Hakim Ziyech. Clearance on the volley by Pavlovic. Chelsea plugging away.
come on, Chelsea.
Pulisic. Thiago Silva. Ziyech again. Loftus-Cheek made a run into the box. Ziyech whips it over. And it almost ran for Gallagher. And the
Oh, Brozier.
Was that the moment it fell to Breuer and he couldn't take the chance?
You get the feeling that was the moment, Adam. It drops nicely for him. Ball in from Ziyech. The second ball they win. Gallagher does well, but he's got to hit the target there. It's not a hard one. He's under no pressure at all there. Just he's got time to keep his left shoulder down, keep over the top of the ball, and he's the hero tonight. Look, it's dropped lovely for him. Just couldn't quite keep over the top of the ball. What a chance.
Gallagher's header. Still time yet for Chelsea. Gallagher. Supported by Mount. They're appealing for offside. Salzburg. The cross comes over and Ziyech!
Oh,
It's another pretty decent chance to win it.
It's on his favoured left foot. You expect him to make better contact. It looks like he's playing in a little bit of chains here. The crowd have been on his back a little bit here. It's perfect for him. A confident Ziyech puts that in the back of the net, but I don't know. The crowd seem to be on his back. A couple of crosses, corners that he's made, and I think that's affected him. What a chance.
Played it forwards. Helped on by Kamari. Final minute of the 4 that were added on. Time maybe for one last attack.
watch out.
By the crowd. Ziyech. Reece James again. The Chelsea fans want it put in the box. Loftus-Cheek.
Yeah, that's gone.
Oh, there still could yet be a chance here. Pulisic. 4 in the box for Chelsea. Referee got in the way of Jorginho. Needs to go in the box. Cucurella does just that. James got to it first. And Ziyech beaten to it by Andreas Ulmer. And Salzburg get the points. Frustration really for Graham Potter.
Full time, Chelsea 1, Salzburg 1, Napoli 3,
To win the game.
Rangers 0. Like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, get the